starting from rest, accelerates uniformly up to speed of 80 kilometer per hour, then it moves constant speed 3t, average speed. Okay, so what is average speed? It's total path length by total time interval. What is total path length? So I represent this given scenario here in the form of a diagram where the path length is represented by AC, which can be divided into AB plus BC, AB being covered in time t and BC being covered in time 3t. Okay, so total path length by total time interval. Now, let us split this motion into two regions. One for the motion along AB. For the motion along AB, distance traveled is AB, time is t, and since it accelerates uniformly up to a speed of 80 kilometer per hour, we can say that the acceleration for this path along AB is equal to some constant a. Okay, which would be equal to velocity by time. Why? Because it is uniform in nature. Or let us put it even more precise. So what is v minus u is equal to 80, right? Starting from rest, this is 0. Therefore, what is v is equal to? V will be equal to 80. Simple. And therefore, a is equal to v by t. Now, starting from rest accelerates uniformly. So we can write the equations of motion. S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now, I would always suggest that you replace s with this distance, which is s1 or ab here. Let us say this distance is s1. Okay, so s1 is equal to what is u? Initial velocity. What is initial velocity? Velocity at a. So we have velocity at a into time. Which time? Time interval ab. Time interval ab plus half into what is a? Acceleration for this path. Which is that equal to v by t. So we have which v? Velocity along AB by t. What is time AB? It is t square. See, once you get the once you get used to write things like this, it will help you a lot while doing a lot of questions. Uh, in fact, it becomes the confusion or the lack of clarity in solving would be eliminated if you can start the practice of writing these equations like this. Well, of course, not for your JEE mains exam, but once you start this habit, it comes to you naturally after doing a lot of questions. So there won't be any okay, I would it would be correct to say that there won't be any confusion, but the confusion would be really less when compared to the other way of doing it directly. Okay, so it's always suggested that you write this step once. Make sure that before you apply the equation, you are writing down the correct terms with respect to this equation. Okay. All right. Now coming back. So what is S1 is equal to UA? UA is equal to 0. So this term is eliminated. So we have got 0 plus half VAB by t into t square, which is distance is equal to half into VT. Okay. Now let's see what happens for BC. So applying equations of motion, S is equal to UT plus half AT square for BC. What is S? It is distance BC, which we have assumed here to be BC, assumed to be S2. What is U? Initial velocity. What is initial velocity? It is the velocity at the initial point. What is initial point? It is B. Therefore, U is initial velocity at B. I'll write it as VB. Time time for travel would be time to travel from B to C, TBC. Acceleration would be from A to BC. Time would be from T would be time from B to C. Okay. Now it is given that this motion is in a constant speed, and when it is in a constant speed, acceleration is equal to 0. And when acceleration is equal to 0, this term will get eliminated, right? Okay. Now, what is VB? It was coming at 80 kilometer per hour, and then it is moved with a constant speed, which means the speed is the same, which means V here would be equal to 80. Okay. And TBC, give me a second, it is also given to us that also given to us that it moves from time t, then it moves with a constant speed for time 3t, which means this time here, time from BC, would actually be equal to 3 into time AB. Okay, so I can write S2, is equal to V into 3t, which is 3 TAB. Okay, now, now we got two values here. Which all are they? S1 is equal to half Vt and S2 is equal to V into 3t. Now, what is average speed? Total path length. What is total path length? S1 plus S2, which is Vt by 2 plus S2, which is 3 Vt by t, total time. What is total time? T plus 3t. So, S1 plus S2 now will be equal to 3 into 2, 6 Vt plus Vt, 7 Vt by 2. 3 plus 2t is 40. When we take the reciprocal, that becomes 1 by 40. So this is 7 Vt by 2 into 40. T by t is 1, right? This t by t is 1. So what we get is 7V by 8. 7V by 8. V is 80 given to us in the question as 80. So 80 by 8 is 10. 7 into 10 is 70. And therefore the correct option here would be equal to 70.